Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to the first game of 2024 on the Rev, Game of the Week. I'm Jeff Porsche, and I'll be joined by Jolie Hartman, and we have a great matchup today here at Griffin Field at Dutchtown High School. Today it's a top 10 showdown in Division I LHSAA boys soccer. It's going to be the Mandeville Skippers 9-2-4 on the year against the Dutchtown Griffins, who are 8-2-4 on the year. In a moment, we'll come back and have the starting lineups and the start of our game. You're watching the Rev, Game of the Week.
Your business is as unique as Southeast Louisiana. People, culture, family. We know what it means to be local. REV is the only communications provider with support teams that live and work in the same Louisiana communities that we serve. Customer first localism is truly in our DNA. Our promise is to bring your business the reliability and local support you deserve. We've been connecting communities in Louisiana for 85 years, and we're ready to serve you and your business. REV Business.
BT Chapman and AJ Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics. Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Title.
Looking for an extraordinary education opportunity? Introducing Ascension Public School's Early College Option Program, where you can earn a high school diploma and an associate's degree from River Parish's Community College at the same time. Experience the best of both worlds as high schools seamlessly blend with college coursework in a rigorous yet supportive program. Yet stay connected to your home high school through clubs, organizations, and sports. And here's the best part. Students pay no tuition or textbook cost. Ascension Public School's Early College Option Program, where your future begins today.
As a local provider, we understand the unique challenges and rewards as a Southeast Louisiana business. And we're right here with you, powering your business with local know-how and the unmatched service you deserve. Our internet and managed services are more than connectivity. They're our promise to provide the most important thing every business needs, consistency and quality. We're here to help. For a limited time, get 3 months free. Rev Business. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Welcome back to Griffin Field. Jeff Porsche and Jolie Hartman with you for the Rev Game of the Week. Our first game of 2024, Mandeville versus Dutchtown. Boys soccer action coming up in about 10 10 minutes. And so we have a good one. Both of these teams are in the top 10 in Division I soccer in the LHSAA Power Rankings, and both of these teams made the semifinals last season. Mandeville lost in the semifinals to St. Paul's. Dutchtown lost in the finals to St. Paul's. And so both of these teams have nearly identical records, and it should be a very exciting match coming up about 10 minutes from now. And so let's take a look at these teams, and we'll start with the head coaches for both clubs. And at Dutchtown, you have Marcus Dyer. He's taken the Griffins to back-to-back state championship games. He lost in the finals both years, 1 year to Dutchtown, 1 year to Catholic High, 1 year to St. Paul's. Mandeville, they made the semifinals last year, and their coach, Kurt Erker, is in his second year, and they went from 10-11-5 to 27-3-5. So he's got a background in club soccer as well, like we talked about with Jared Moss on the girls' side at Dutchtown. So he must be one heck of a coach, because that's one heck of a turnaround.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, just what he has done just from his first year is quite remarkable, but it's also just something about his background. You know, he is the director of coaches at Mandeville Soccer Club, so it's just phenomenal to see him come to the high school side and turn around that Mandeville program, which nothing was, turned around, the last 5 years. It's just the fact that in his first year he brought his team to the semifinals is pretty remarkable.
Absolutely, and as we mentioned, Dutchtown a couple of years ahead in their building process, as they made the semifinals for the last 2 seasons under Coach Dyer, trying to make it a third semifinal appearance, or maybe even a third final appearance in a row. The Dutchtown boys play in District 6, and let's look at the District 6 standings, and they're second in overall record. Only one district game has been played. That was Santa Maria versus East Ascension. So they haven't played any district games yet. Santa Maria having a great season so far, 12-1-1. You saw them defeat East Ascension a couple of weeks ago on the Rev Game of the Week. And Denham Springs is the third team that's also in the top 10 in Division I. Walker having a good season, Live Oak having a good season as well.
Yes, I mean, it's every time that I get to do a Rev Game of the Week, we talk about this this district, both boys and girls, and it's powerhouses, always the top 4 in this district. Both boys and girls side, they're all top 20 teams in the state, and that's just a testament of, who you play each week to get ready for district. Everybody has such a tough schedule at the end of December, because everybody is trying to grind out, any kind of negativity or any kind of things to get into district, because that's when it's telltale. Whoever the top 4 in the district is, that's normally a great sign for your playoff berth.
Dutchtown hasn't played a game in about a week and a half. Their last game was the Friday before Christmas. Mandeville's played a couple of games over the break, so they're a little more game ready probably here today. Dutchtown, we'll see if they have to shake any rust off early on, but we'll see how that goes as the game is just moments away from beginning. While we have a moment, let's go through the starting lineups, and we'll start with the Mandeville starters. And on the Mandeville side, their goalkeeper is Gabe Minkin, number 6, and then the rest of their lineup: Jackson Raymond, number 3, Renan Dos Santos, number 4, Sean Dwyer, number 7, Jack Watkins, number 8, Coda Henry, number 10, Emil Zapata, number 12, Bishop Rigaud, number 14, Trace Lauga, number 17, Jake Wonderlake, number 21, and Brady Stokes is number 29. As for the starters for the Dutchtown Griffins, the home team here today, their goalkeeper, number 65, Brady Carroll, and then their starters, number 4, Austin Wilson, number 3, Josh Thibodeau, number 5, Michael Mathern, number 19, Obi Arandi, number 18, Michael Brizard, number 11, Preston Springer, number 20, Corbin Roussel, number 33, Harrison Smith, number 10, Jake Shea, and then number 7, Josh Barrow. And so that's going to set the tables for our broadcast here today. We should be moments away from the national anthem and the start of our match here between Dutchtown and Mandeville. You see the captains meeting with the officials at midfield between the two benches on the far side of the field. It's a great day for soccer. It's pretty much a great day for anything out here. It's a beautiful day, sunny, 57 degrees. It's great to have afternoon soccer. We don't usually get to see a lot of afternoon soccer, but since we're on our break, they're playing the game a little bit early, so you don't have to ride home late at night. It's not a long drive to Mandeville, but it's still longer at night, it seems. The wind is 5 to 10 miles an hour this afternoon, and it's a crosswind. Right now it's not much of a wind, but we have seen a little bit of a crosswind. It's blowing mostly from the home side, which is the side that you'll be viewing from on your screens, and it'll be going towards the visitor's side. So there should be a bit of a crosswind. How does a crosswind affect anything, or does it affect anything at all?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're going to see that whoever is on the side with the scoreboard, they're going to be going and kicking into the wind. So that's either going to hinder the ball in the air, but then also it's going to help the person that's kicking the ball on the ground to give it a little bit more spin to it and things like that. For soccer, you can definitely use the wind to your advantage. It's almost like if you're flying an airplane, you're trying to catch it, the drift of the wind, same exact thing. It normally helps out your goalkeepers on the goal kicks. It can probably go 5-10 yards more just because of the wind, but I mean, honestly, when we're talking about boys soccer, their strength in their leg is going to put the ball, anywheres that they want to. With having both of these programs being so elite and being so known around the state, we're about to see a phenomenal game of possession and just counterattacks and things like that. I'm very excited to even know that Mandeville Skippers already this season has scored 30 goals and the Dutchtown Griffins has scored 18. But if you can see both of their schedules, they kind of play the same teams. So to see already the 30 goals against Dutchtown's 18 is quite remarkable. But we're going to see today here with Dutchtown only allowing 5 goals this year to be scored on them. I'm very excited to see what Dutchtown defense is going to do against a goal scorer hungry as what Mandeville is.
And Dutchtown's going to start, and they're heavy on that left side. You see 4 players in midfield, so I guess you know which direction they're going to be going from the left side on the far side of the field. And I'm glad you brought up the fact that you have the goal scored. Mandeville has an advantage like that offensively, as Dutchtown has possession with Arandi. And one of the things about Dutchtown on offense, they don't score a lot of goals, but they're very strong defensively, which is what you were talking about. Dutchtown does a great job offensively scoring out of set pieces, especially corner kicks. I went to the game right before Christmas against Hammond, and they scored 2 goals in the first half in about the first 20 minutes, and both of them were off of corner kicks, and they do a really good job on those designed set pieces like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Dutchtown has always been known, both boys and girls, for their set pieces. And it's already, we're seeing in the first minute of the game, Dutchtown's defense is just controlling the ball so effortlessly. And it's a beautiful thing to already see. It's the beginning of the year, and they already have that. So just, keep a close eye on Dutchtown's defense throughout the district, because if they're already clicking right now in their first game back, this is going to be a great season for them.
And there's a shot cross, nobody home, and Mandeville maintains possession. Will try to get it center again. Now the right side, defense again by Arandi, good block, and it's taking a trip and a whistle, and it'll be Dutchtown possession, and that appears to be number 11 Springer, who was the victim of that infraction.
Yeah, I mean, it's just 2 players going for the ball. It's going to be, guys, I've always said soccer is football without pads, so we're going to probably be seeing a few bodies on the turf today just because of how much both of these teams are going to want this.
It's going to go out of bounds, so we'll have our first throw in both of these teams, you talked about, they played very common opponents, so you're feeding into what I wanted to talk about as well, because both of these teams have 2 losses and 4 ties, and they have one common loss. Both of them lost to Catholic High. Catholic High won state a couple of years ago. Dutchtown's second loss came to St. Paul's, the defending state champions. That was a rematch of the state championship game. Mandeville will play St. Paul's later on during the season, but their second loss came to Jesuit, and of course Jesuit has a great program as well.
Yeah, and Dutchtown tied Jesuit. As we see Mandeville right here, they're kind of counterattacking on Dutchtown's 4 defenders, which, if you kind of follow soccer, when you have a 4 defensive back, that's just allowing you to be able to counterattack through the sides and using your players as wing backs that could go and score too. So hopefully Dutchtown can find their defensive backs in help of them going into offense.
So you see Broussard right there, and gets it back to Wilson. They'll set up. Center of the field, that's Harrison Smith for the Griffins, and he's got a little room to run. But the steal right at midfield.
Yes, that's a great job by Dutchtown, though, but just stopping it, before it gets too far into their box. But Mandeville right here, they just have numbers up right now, and that's a little scary for Dutchtown's defense just because they need to get more over the 50-yard line and get some more possession on the side that they need to score on. So I guess, kind of look for that change in a few minutes, because I know Coach Dyer is already looking at that and wanting something to happen.
And so Broussard, you see the whistle, and it's going to be throw in over here on the home side. As you see the replay right there, just lost it out of bounds, and so throw in coming in from Mandeville, number 3, Jackson Raymond.
Yeah, and that was a great try right there by Dutchtown player 18, Michael Broussard, just because of him trying to get around a Mandeville player. The Mandeville player was pushing him out of bounds, so great job on that one, and a great try by Dutchtown's winger.
And there's a steal by number 7, Barrow, trying to get it downfield, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Griffins. And so you'll see number 4 here, Austin Wilson, with the throw-in for Dutchtown. We are 5 minutes in, no score between Mandeville and Dutchtown. Dutchtown setting up. Try to get it past midfield. Arandi, nobody home at center, taken by number 8, Watkins for Mandeville, and Carroll's going to come up and take that in the football end zone.
Yeah, that's a great job by Dutchtown's goalkeeper Carroll, just because of the fact that he helped out his defender right there with a Mandeville skipper running right behind him, and that you can. I wish you can hear them talk to each other, because we can hear them a little bit. Just hey, I got it. That's such great chemistry already between the defender and the goalkeeper.
Harrison Smith for the Griffins now has it again in midfield, but it's stolen, and here comes Mandeville. Got 3 on 4. Now the left wing setting up as well, number 14 with possession. And there will go to Carroll, and he will grab it and clear it.
Yes, and he's going to wait for his defender to get out of the box and get up the field, just because more bodies up helps to where there can't be a counterattack by Mandeville right here. And he just kind of places the ball down, which that gives the goalkeeper a chance to dribble up and get out of his box and, hopefully to get a goal kick or a free kick, closer to your side of the field that you're scoring on.
Broussard, right side blocked, and out. Watkins will take it out, and it's going to be Dutchtown possession, and see number 17 will kick it back for Mandeville Laga. Mandeville's goalkeeper has not been very active here today. Nothing really has gotten to him so far here today. You've seen Carroll a little more active. And now Dutchtown with possession again, and setting up. Back to center with Smith, right side now with an opportunity to cross cross will go out. Number 20, Corbin Roussel, little wide.
Yeah, and I love the build-up that just happened right there. You see right here from the middle to outside, and then number 20 for Dutchtown, Corbin Roussel trying to get it inside the box, but just didn't quite turn his hips enough to get it past the goalkeeper and into the box. But great build up. That's first shot on goal for Dutchtown, so hopefully this build up can continue to go and kind of motivate and encourage the Griffins to keep going up. But here we go with Mandeville already. They're finding feet, like all the time what Mandeville does. They're very tricky when it comes to defending them, just because of the fact they have so many people with such great possession with the ball and great footwork. So right here, Dutchtown has a great opportunity to receive the ball back, but Mandeville is just finding feet everywhere throughout this field.
You had an earlier steal by Brizard. He was trying to get the lead pass into Shea, I believe, but was unsuccessful. Good defense by Mandeville, and now Mandeville has possession, and you see number 17 for the Skippers, Lauga.
Oh, that would have been beautiful by number 4 for Mandeville. Right. Santos right there just tried to a little, I call it flea flicker, just kind of kick the ball, towards an open player without even looking at him. And then Dutchtown received the ball back, but now gets it back. Great job by 18 for Dutchtown, Michael.
Yes, Brizard.
Brizard.
So trying to get it to Shea, but he's bracketed by Mandeville defenders. And now here comes the Skippers. That was Rigo again. Smith will take it and get it down to Carroll, who will clear it very quickly.
Dropped it back to Brady Carroll, who sent it up to Josh Barrow.
So now approaching 10 minutes, still no score. Really no threat, no shots on goal at the moment, so just both teams kind of feeling each other out.
Yeah, both of them with already 2 throw-ins, and, that's a telltale sign of how this game is going to keep continuing with having the ball inside the lines, which that's a great job by both teams, which here we go, Dutchtown now third. Oh, Mandeville's, third throw-in. That's phenomenal to save within 10 minutes. They're keeping the ball inside the lines, and it's a lot of possession, which that makes such a fun soccer game to watch, just because of what these young student athletes are coming up with to try to score a goal.
Right. Shea was trying the left side, but good defense and caused the Mandeville throw-in, and now Dutchtown will get an opportunity to throw it in with Austin Wilson. Trying to get it to Roussel, but it's stolen by number 10, Henry.
Yeah, both Mandeville and Dutchtown right now, just those first touches are kind of killing them right now, and making them lose the ball because of how defense is playing on them. So, sharpen that up, and then we'll have a totally different ball game here with, the last 30 minutes of this half.
Setting up with number 21, Wunderlich. Now you see number 12 for Mandeville, Zapata. But a steal by Smith. He'll try to get it down, and it'll go out of bounds to the Griffins. Mandeville's brought a lot of people here today, a decent crowd. Of course, a lot of people may still be off from the holidays. Teachers are still off. We're very grateful for that. But that's part of the reason why you can have an afternoon game, because day after New Year's, not a lot is happening. As you take it back, and this could nearly be a disaster. No, Carroll kind of lost it for a moment, but fortunately not enough mustard on that pass to cause an own goal right there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Carroll even knew, because he saw the speed that his defender kind of kicked it to him. So you saw him hesitate back first, and when he hesitated back, that made his back foot come up a little bit to let the ball sneak underneath him. But great job by redirecting and getting the ball out of the goal before it went over the line.
And here's an opportunity for Mandeville, left side, and defended very well by Austin Wilson, and they avoid disaster again. And now here's the Griffins, Shea on the left side.
And he is so much fun to watch because he's going to try different things on that forward position for Dutchtown, Jake Shea, and he's explosive, when he needs to be. So I look for the Dutchtown Griffins to continue to look for him.
Saw a beautiful pass right there, and they were trying to get the through ball to number 4, Dos Santos, but it got a little too quickly to the goalie, Carroll, and he makes the save. So we're 13 minutes in, still no score. They've done a good job on that left side trying to penetrate, but you have Wilson with some really good defense over the last couple of minutes over there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just a testament of, Dutchtown this year with only allowing 5 goals. You can see why, because of how close-knit their defenders are to each other. They are staying in a great formation right now and keeping Mandeville having to take shots out wide and not being able to find anyone else. And just right there, they're trying to take shots just to try to get a number on the scoreboard underneath visitors.
Right, that was Zapata from about 35 yards out. It was blocked. And we saw that on the girls' side a couple weeks ago. Santa Maria scored a goal against Dominican from a similar distance. So
yeah, just shooting, yeah. I mean, you want to put your team up, so whatever you have to do, you must do it.
So low pressure from the Skippers trying to get it centered to Dos Santos, but they'll set up right now after the block. And Dos Santos with the foot nearly gets it through to the goalie, but it'll go out and it'll be a throw-in for the Skippers.
Yeah, right now Mandeville is just trying anything and crossing right now, but Dutchtown's doing such a great job on defense by staying with Mandeville's skipper and not just going towards the ball. Everybody has a person to cover, and they're doing a great job, but Mandeville is trying very hard to get Dutchtown defenders to get out of place to where they can make runs in behind them and find the ball.
Been about what we've expected here so far. Very very competitive, very well played. As you see the shot on goal right there from Henry, and it's saved by Carroll. But again, that from that long distance.
Yeah, anything. But I mean, with guys, they can make the ball curve and different things. So I mean, for guys, taking shots out wide is what you need to do, because there's so many defenders in that goalkeeper's way, and it could have went through his hands. So I see Mandeville doing that a little bit more right now. I feel like they have a spark,
and it'll go out, and it'll be
a Dutchtown goal kick.
Yes,
great job right there.
See Dos Santos down there. You saw a shot from Zapata, which actually went off the head of Rigaud, his own offensive player. So Dutchtown gets a break right there.
Yeah, but that was a great job by Michael Mathern for Dutchtown defense, just staying with the ball and not giving up on it, because there's a lot of people that would have just been like, oh, it's going out of bounds, and then he didn't even see Dos Santos, coming in behind him. So great job with sticking with the ball and continuing to play.
So now you see Shea getting it over to Roussel, but good defense by the Skippers, and number 10 with possession, Henry. And the steal by Arandi.
Yeah, Arandi is just everywhere right now for Dutchtown. He's playing both defense and offense, trying to get a spark going, which that's what they're going to need just to continue to go throughout this game.
So Arandi will throw it in. Looking for Shea. Off his chest, left side. Fight for the ball. And a whistle, and good defense there by number 7, Dyer, for Mandeville, and they will get the kick.
Yeah, Shea right there was a little bit too much on his back, and the center ref is doing such a great job with maintaining these guys in this game. So he will call little things just to make sure that this game doesn't get too out of hand too quickly.
So now you see number 4, Dos Santos again. And it's taken by Thibodeau, who will get it back to Carroll. Little pressure. Gets it to Smith, and now they'll set up. And so Broussard, you saw them calling for Broussard on the right side, and a little pressure by Dutchtown, and the goalkeeper will get it and save any future problems. Number 0, the goalie for Mandeville. That's Minkin, the goalkeeper for the Skippers, and Mandeville with possession now. You see right there, number 8, Watkins. Back to Raymond. Now Wunderlich for Mandeville will get it through the 2 players for Dutchtown, providing a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, and right now, Mandeville, with this possession game, it's not anything about, like a team saying I'm better than you. They're really trying to get Dutchtown to move to left to right and get somebody else open, because of when you see a team playing possession like this, it's not because somebody's not open. It's because we're trying to get the other team out of whack, off balance. And that's something that they just try to do right here, which gives Dutchtown a throw in all the way back in their defensive end. And so you'll see more Mandeville people coming up with this because of how far that throw was.
So I believe that was Zapata who hit the ground, but we play on, no whistle. And now a Dutchtown player on the ground, and just a little aggressive soccer. Nothing wrong there, and a shot from about 40 yards out saved by Carroll.
Yeah, awesome job right there, though. I mean, you see everybody that's in front of the goal, and nobody's open, takes shots. I mean, remember how we was talking about earlier to start this game, the win. You never know if that's going to be a benefactor to you shooting. So continue to go and continue to try to exploit, Dutchtown's defense. But Dutchtown's defense right now, just props to them for keeping the ball in front of them and staying with their man.
And now we'll try the right side with Mandeville as we approach the halfway point of the first half. No score between Dutchtown and Mandeville. As we said, both of these teams are top 10 teams. 2 of the top 4 public schools in the state of Louisiana as far as soccer goes as well. As you see a little rally here by Dutchtown with Rousseau on the right side, loses it though. And both of these teams, we talked about, they've lost to the last couple of state champions, Catholic High, St. Paul's. Also Jesuit has been on both these teams' schedules. When you're a team like Mandeville or a team like Dutchtown, when you prepare for a tough district schedule, you like to play basically all the good teams you can, because that kind of gets you ready for that, I suppose. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, just kind of any team that you can that is going to give you a true test for skills and, team building and things like that. You don't want to play teams that you're going to 8-0 every week, because the only thing that's going to get your players used to is scoring. But then you come to a game like this, it's 0-0, right. and they're not used to it. So it's things as of you want to play those harder teams just because of the fact that it's going to get you ready. And that's going to be a foul right there on Dutchtown, right. Number 33, Harrison Smith. He just tried to continue through the play and just tackle the person. Yep. It's fine, a little bump. Yeah. But both of these teams, most of the state champions in this area come from the Baton Rouge area, the New Orleans area, the North Shore area, and of course that's all within driving distance. An easy 1-2 hour drive for both of these schools, and of course they play in both very strong districts. So this is as good as you're going to get in non-district soccer, especially between 2 public schools.
Yeah, absolutely. And most of these players, they all play club soccer, either Baton Rouge, Mandeville, right. Things like that, Gonzales, Ascension Flight. So half of these players actually play against each other all year long. So it's not just, playing somebody that's just from Mandeville. Some are teammates in Baton Rouge. People do drive from Mandeville to Baton Rouge, and people drive from Dutchtown, to Mandeville to play for a club team. So it's also them knowing each other, too. So that right. always brings a spark to a game for players. And just like as we were talking about, both of them, have played Jesuit, with Dutchtown tying Jesuit and Mandeville Skippers losing to Jesuit this year already. So I know both of those coaches is looking at a game like that, just kind of going on and saying, hey, look, this is where we need to be. So playing teams like that early is such a great cause for your program, just because it shows players exactly where they need to be by the end of the year to get into playoffs.
Of course, most of the state championships, as you see the shot going all the way down and handled by Carroll, and Dutchtown has possession again. We talked about the private schools have won most of the state championships in on the higher levels, but we talked about these two being two of the top public schools. You also have Sulphur from the Lake Charles area, and then, of course, Santa Moss having an outstanding season. And then you want to add a fifth team. It's also a district team here in District 6, Denham Springs. So Dutchtown is you would think that you play a tougher non-district schedule, but even playing teams like Mandeville, it's still going to be a really tough killer district schedule like we talked about in our pregame.
Yeah, so the center AR is going to stop the clock right now just because two players kind of headbutted with the ball jumping, off the turf. So great job by the center AR for stopping and checking on Mandeville player number 8, Jack Watkins. Great job right there, and hopefully number 8 can come back into the game because he kind of, was a glue for Mandeville in this last 15 minutes for him.
Right. And now that'll go out. Looks like it went. Didn't hear the whistle, but it's going to be a throw in, as number 3 will handle it for the Skippers, Jackson Raymond, and the steal by Wilson.
Yeah, and here's just Mandeville just finding open holes that Dutchtown isn't defending. And great job by Mandeville's forwards for continuing to make runs. And here comes Dutchtown on their counter. If they can just find the feet once they get out of the 50-yard line, that's going to be great for Dutchtown right now. But here we go. A little opportunity for Mandeville, and great job by Dutchtown's goalkeeper, Carroll, for coming out and being what I always call the last defense. If he has to come out, any kind of goalkeeper right here, you see number 10, Mandeville had it. Beautiful ball played in and a great opportunity for number 23. But Carroll just comes out and is the last defense for Dutchtown, so great job by that.
Right.
And I'm expecting a long throw in from here.
And there's a header, and it's an empty goal, but it gets away, and nearly a disaster for the Griffins, but now they have possession, and now they see the counterattack as waiting for the ball on the left side. Now they set up, and now at center you see number 21, Ring, trying to do something, and now possession by Springer for Dutchtown, and they'll set up again, and it'll go out, and a throw-in coming from number 32, Carl Roussel. So 25 minutes in, still no score. So you saw maybe Mandeville's best opportunity to score, and now Dutchtown comes back with the counter, and now they that may have been a handball. Is that?
Yep. That was a handball, just because the player did go up with his. It probably hit his chest or anything else, but we can't really tell from here. But the ref saw his hands go up, so handball.
So about from 40 out, and the set pieces are really dangerous, and you still active right now and trying to get it back in the box. As you saw, Harrison Smith nearly got his head on the ball and nearly dislodged it from the goalkeeper, but Minkin, is able to save the day for Mandeville.
Yes, great job by Mandeville's defense right there, too, for having, Minkin's back and getting the ball out. With having an open goal like that, you kind of have to all be a goalkeeper at that moment. So great job by them, which is giving them now a goal kick for, passing the ball around, and Dutchtown almost getting the ball back right there in the 18-yard box.
Right, Shea nearly got the steal. And that nearly a handball, not called. Everybody in the stands called for it. Yeah. Aiden Mann has possession now. So we just continue. And Mandeville will set up. So Dutchtown, their best opportunity was on that kick from Obi Arandi, but got it in traffic, but were not able to score. And you saw an open goal earlier, about 2 minutes earlier on the Mandeville side. So both teams have had one really strong opportunity, but we remain scoreless.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just, it's going to be like that until someone just kind of, gets open, finds something, because both goalkeepers came here to play today, and you can kind of see that with them coming out of the goal, being the last defense and helping both their teams out. And nice
Here's
ball
an
right
opportunity,
here.
shot and saved by Minkin, and it'll be a corner. And this is where Dutchtown is their deadliest with the corner kick.
Yeah, and I like this opportunity for them. Just looking back at this replay, right there,
that was Carl
Roussel. Yeah, definitely came out and tried to outplay Minkin right there, but Minkin was just very smart and stayed low to the ground. So let's see what Dutchtown has right here.
And trying to get the header, and it's cleared, and Dutchtown trying to maintain possession, and they do, as they'll set up with Brazard, but a nice steal. And now here comes Mandeville on the counter.
And they're going to find feet because that's what they're known for. But number 16 thought number 21 was going to continue to go, which 16 is Niles Bollinger. And number 21, Jake, was trying for something for Mandeville, but both kind of stopped, didn't really communicate with each other, and that gives Dutchtown their 8th throw-in of this first half.
So a little high, and now possession. I believe this is Savoy for Dutchtown, number 40. And Mandeville will set up, and now they're going to go right. And there's a steal by Dutchtown, and they have numbers.
And here we go. Just find the open players, Dutchtown. That's all you need to do, and keep possession. But that's another throw-in for Dutchtown on their end. So hopefully they can, keep finding the open players and continuing to the goal.
So Springer was the man at center, but could not find anybody, and now Arandi with back-to-back throw-ins for the Griffins. And there's a shot from a long distance, and now they'll set up right, and that's Smith trying to center. Nobody home for Dutchtown. Brazard will get it back in the box, and you see the offsides whistle right there as Springer got past the defenders.
Yeah, I mean, it's just them also, just recognizing the play and seeing, right here on this replay, they all were just kind of, okay, the ball went back. It needs to happen that Dutchtown, it gets a little bit more in sync on offense to allow themselves to get closer into the goal. And a goal kick right here for Mandeville goalkeeper Gabe Minkin.
And now another opportunity for the Griffins, 3-on-4. And there's a shot from a long distance by Springer and saved by Minkin. And now they come through, but a steal, I believe this is Savoy. Nice left side trying to get the through ball, and a shot wide right by Carl Roussel.
Yes,
another great opportunity.
Beautiful build up right there to continuing on this replay. You see both Dutchtown players are just trying to find their feet, but that the player that ended up with the ball, number 32, if I'm
Roussel,
correct.
yes.
Yeah, Carl Roussel. Just his run went too far outside of that 6-yard box and gave it to where his angle to the goal, it was too far out. So, man, if he can just make that run more to the PK spot, that's a goal all day.
And now the long shot from Brazard, and kind of didn't get his entire foot on that one, and it goes wide right. So 32 minutes in, still no score. No surprise right there. A lot of Dutchtown decisions are going to be 0-0, 1-0. You see that a lot. We've talked about that. Their strength is their defense and their set pieces. They've had some opportunities on offense, but have not been able to convert yet. But Mandeville has also had a couple of opportunities. This has been a very evenly fought game so far, which is about what we expected between two teams of this caliber here today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these are two teams that played in the semifinal game last year, with Dutchtown going all the way to the finals. So they have something, to work with today with proving, who's the best out of this year. And here comes Mandeville on this counter. They're going to find all open men right here, and they're going to use the width of the field to their advantage to spread out Dutchtown's defense than to try to find one of their forwards in the middle.
And now they'll set up on the right side with number 10, Henry, and trying to get the through ball header blocked. And now here's Smith with the steal, but now back trying the left side again, number 16 for Mandeville.
Yes, Dutchtown. Yeah, Dutchtown did a great job right there with sucking in and staying in the middle to keep Mandeville's forwards from receiving the ball.
And now Arondi with the header. It's going to go out. It's going to be a throw-in for the Skippers.
And I like Arondi's decision right there because you don't know who's around you when you're trying to track the ball down. So give yourself some space and your team a little breather with kicking it out of bounds. But with guys, they can throw in 30 yards, as what we just seen. So,
yeah, you saw the header in danger right there, but nothing happening for Mandeville. And now they have to go all the way back to Minkin. And Mandeville will set up again with Henry. Now Henry with possession. Nice footwork. Try to get it through, and nobody there except for Carroll.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity for Mandeville right there because number 10 for Mandeville, Cody Henry, seen number 7, Sean Dyer, making that outside run. So a great opportunity, just kind of mishit and misplaced on Mandeville's side. But if they can, receive the ball back and try that again, he was open all day long.
And now Mandeville go right side with Dyer and a steal as Wilson has it. And he'll try to get it down, and he's got a man downfield, but he way wide right, and Minkin will make the save. And that was Victor Carrillo, number 8, that they were trying to get it to, but pass not quite there. Tough pass from that distance, especially with the wind.
Yeah.
And now here's an opportunity for Mandeville. It's nice ball, and he's tripped from behind, and we're going to get a penalty kick. And you could see the defender kind of gave up and knew it right after it happened.
I mean, this replay right here, you see it.
Right.
Number 4 just kind of tries to stay with them, but then they both get tripped up right there. So this is going to be a telltale sign for Dutchtown's goalkeeper right here with having, only probably 5 minutes with, the center ref stopping the clock earlier.
Yeah.
5 minutes left. Let's see if he can keep his team in this game with stopping this PK.
And this number 10, Coda Henry, so he'll be handling the penalty kick as he's back up off the ground. And a lot of times you see a little bit of dramatics, a little bit of politicking in soccer when you get a penalty in the box like that. But Austin Wilson on defense kind of just gave it up early. Like right after he did it, he kind of threw his hands up like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little tricky play in soccer when you're trying to defend that close. You're going to get tangled up at some point. But let's see what number 10 for Mandeville has right here.
So here we go, Carroll at goal, and it goes the wrong way, and it's a goal for Mandeville. As Coda Henry goes left, and the goalkeeper goes right. And it's 1-0 in favor of the Skippers, 3:37. So first goal of the day, 37 minutes in the first half.
And it hasn't been easy for either team either. Right here on this replay, we see Coda just kind of place the ball beautifully on that left side. Great approach. Great job by Dutchtown's goalkeeper. I mean, 50-50 shot. And, I've always said goalkeeper is one of the hardest positions on the field because he didn't even make the foul, and he had to, had his team kind of on his back right there. So great try, but he's been doing a phenomenally in this first half. So hopefully he can continue that with Dutchtown Griffins.
And so now Henry, our goal scorer, with possession on the left side. Go right to number 8, Watkins. Still has it. And they'll drop it back. Little pressure from Carrillo. So got about 2:28 left to go. The clock will stop in just a moment. And we're going to have a couple of minutes of stoppage time after the penalty. And you also had the injury, the Mandeville player that had to be taken off after a collision. So you'll see a couple of minutes of stoppage time here, I suppose.
Yeah, and hopefully right here, Mandeville, just having those numbers up. How I said earlier, they have that man open on that outside the whole game, yep. And they're going to find them. But I love how Dutchtown just comes out quickly with this on that goal kick because this is a true counterattack.
Right.
And that replay yet again had an open man on that outside. And Dutchtown now is going to have their ninth throw-in of this half, and hopefully Dutchtown can have a huge throw-in right here. That's why I always love watching the guys play soccer because they can throw the ball in 30 yards. So if this can be one of their set pieces from this side, almost treat it like a corner kick and everybody just get inside the box. So let's see what Dutchtown has on this throw-in.
So Michael Mathern will do it as we are now inside of 2 minutes. And there's a sidewinder, no good. But Dutchtown still has possession, and Mandeville threatening with a counter right here. Oh, and it loses his footing for a moment, and it's taken away by Thibodeau. And Mandeville will maintain possession. Smith fighting for it, and he hits the ground, and we have a whistle.
Yeah, and that's going to be a foul just because that ref kind of saw both of that skipper and Griffin going at it, and you can see, number 16 just simply just bodies him straight without even the ball. Yeah.
So now Arandi will try from about 35. So we are approaching stoppage time. So now we're ready. Dutchtown looking for the equalizer on the set piece and gets it into the box, kind of wide, as a header will not work, and Smith is fighting for it, and he'll set up with Thibodeau. Now Thibodeau tries to get it inside, and Carrillo is there, but the header by the Skippers, and a shot by Springer, and an easy save for Minkin.
Yeah, great job by Dutchtown with trying to, within probably these last 2 minutes of this half, getting a little bit more energy up front. They need to find something to get the equalizer with, losing 1-0 right now. And like always, the center AR, center ref has the official time, so you're going to see that our clock has stopped, but he yet again has stopped his clock again because Mandeville's taking too long on this throw-in.
Yeah, they may be trying to stall there as we're probably less than a minute or so left in this first half with the stoppage time, as Smith trying to get it to Carrillo inside. He's got possession, and it's going to be a corner.
Yeah, and they're definitely going to get this corner in just because even if there's 10 seconds left, if the ball goes out on a corner or anything else, that ref is always going to give it to them. So hopefully Dutchtown right here on being so great at set pieces that they find the back of the net on this one, which such a great job right there with trying to find each other and then, getting a corner.
You saw it went off of the Mandeville defender, and Brizard will handle the corner kick and gets it inside, and I believe that was Savoy who may have missed it there, but Arandi's got a shot at it from about 20 out, loses it, gets it back inside. Probably the last opportunity this half for the Griffins, and it is as the whistle, and our first half is over, and on a penalty kick by Coda Henry with about 5 minutes left to go in the first half, Mandeville takes the lead on the road against Dutchtown. Our score at the half, Mandeville 1, Dutchtown 0. We'll take a break and come back. You are watching the Rev Game of the Week.
Your business is as unique as Southeast Louisiana. People, culture, family. We know what it means to be local. REV is the only communications provider with support teams that live and work in the same Louisiana communities that we serve. Customer first localism is truly in our DNA. Our promise is to bring your business the reliability and local support you deserve. We've been connecting communities in Louisiana for 85 years, and we're ready to serve you and your business. REV Business.
BT Chapman and AJ Pickett with Advantage Therapy are honored and excited to team up with Dutchtown High School's athletics. At Advantage Therapy, we are dedicated to helping our patients regain the highest possible functional status through one-on-one patient care. Advantage Therapy has spent nearly 2 decades providing both outpatient orthopedic physical therapy and occupational therapy to the people of Ascension and surrounding parishes. From all of us at Advantage Therapy, go Griffins!
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, forget about X's and O's. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics. Get to know SEC Heating and Cooling this year. Locally owned and operated by Stephen Conyer since 2013, SEC Heating and Cooling works with residential and commercial customers in Ascension, East Baton Rouge, Livingston, and surrounding parishes. SEC specializes in preventive maintenance, repair, and complete changeout and installation of energy-efficient central air systems. From professional sales and expert installation of central AC systems to repairs and ductless AC systems, we can handle all your needs. For total peace of mind, call SEC today.
No one teaches you what to do immediately after an accident. Once everyone is safe, your first call should be to an attorney, not the insurance company.
Don't let the insurance company take advantage of you at your time of need. Call the Title Law Firm. We'll walk you through what you need to do in real time.
But you can take advantage of the Title Law Firm's 30 years of experience.
Before you call your insurance, make a free, no-obligation call to the Title Law Firm.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call. You gotta call Title.
Looking for an extraordinary education opportunity? Introducing Ascension Public School's Early College Option Program, where you can earn a high school diploma and an associate's degree from River Parishes Community College at the same time. Experience the best of both worlds as high school seamlessly blends with college coursework in a rigorous yet supportive program. Yet stay connected to your home high school through clubs, organizations, and sports. And here's the best part. Students pay no tuition or textbook costs. Ascension Public School's Early College Option Program, where your future begins today.
As a local provider, we understand the unique challenges and rewards as a Southeast Louisiana business. And we're right here with you, powering your business with local know-how and the unmatched service you deserve. Our internet and managed services are more than connectivity. They're our promise to provide the most important thing every business needs, consistency and quality. We're here to help. For a limited time, get 3 months free. Rev Business. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Halftime at Griffin Field, and you see the crowd, a decent crowd here today for our big soccer match between Mandeville and Dutchtown boys soccer. 1-0 is our score. Let's look at the lone goal of the first half. It was on a penalty kick by number 10, Coda Henry. You see it go left, and Braden Carroll go right, and that's where we stand right now. Our score 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, here's a different angle of it. I mean, soccer is definitely a sport that when you have been playing for 40 minutes and your only goal is a PK, that's something great to, even though, you were scored on, that's something great to say because they haven't scored on a set piece or, they haven't scored by going down the middle. So just a tangle up of feet, gives them a PK. So I know Coach Dyer down there is telling his team that they're not out of this. They, just keep continuing to go on offense.
Right, and it wasn't a controversial call. Basically, the defender gave himself up and knew that he was guilty. So it was a legit penalty, and penalty kick went well for Mandeville, and that's where we stand right now, 1-0. And so when we look at Dutchtown and their District 6 schedule, and they start out with East Ascension, and they're 0-1 in the district already. And so after the East Ascension game, there's really not an easy game after that. As you go to Walker, then you get Santa Maria, which is going to be at home. Santa Maria is actually the highest ranked District 6 team in the power rankings right now, so that may be an advantage. And of course they played 0-0 last year and then 1-0 in overtime, so that's going to be a fun one. Then you got Live Oak, and then you got Denham Springs, which is the other expected tough game, and so you get both of those at home this year.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a true test for Dutchtown Griffins, getting into the playoffs. Santa Maria, with a record of 12-1-1 right now, their only loss has been to St. Paul's, and they lost to them 2-1.
Right.
So, I mean, it's those little things that you're going to see with all of your whole district having such hard schedules that gets you ready, in January for playoffs.
And in the last 5 years, they've kept on getting stronger and stronger. The seeds have pretty much stayed the same. They wind up with the 9-10 seed, which means they got to play a lot of postseason on the road. But last 2 years, they didn't matter. They went to the finals. They won 2 years ago in the semis against St. Paul's, and then next year they lose to them in the state championship game. Last year they went to the semis, and they played at Sulphur and won over there, and then got to the finals and lost to St. Paul's. Before that, quarterfinals, semifinals, quarterfinals. So this is a team with a lot of tradition, and they still are trending upward right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you see in the last 5 years a team that has been top 10, that's a dynasty, waiting to happen. And I've always said it, and I love it. The 2022-23 season, they were seeded 9, not first or second. I've always said that number in playoffs does not matter. It's who wants it more and who's going to be that team that is just consistent through those 4 weeks,
right.
Of playoffs. And so that's something that I've always loved about Dutchtown boys soccer is they to them that number didn't care. This is what we're going to do, and we're going to write our own script on how we end our season. So that's just a phenomenal thing for Coach Dyer and his program these last 5 years.
The last two state champions in Division I are St. Paul's and Catholic High. In the last 2 years, Dutchtown has gone on the road and won at Catholic and at St. Paul's. So they're that close to being at the top. So, so it's just a matter of breaking through at this point. As far as Mandeville goes, they've it's a meteoric rise, I guess is what you would say, because they're kind of an ordinary playoff team when you look at that right there, and then all of a sudden, boom, semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, it's a true testament of what the second-year coach has done with coming to Mandeville and bringing them to semifinals in their first year and having them the third seed in playoffs is pretty phenomenal. But I mean, I'm looking at that as an old soccer coach, and looking 20, 12, 10, and 16. That's not bad at all either. So that's why Mandeville's program has always been known and talked about, because they continue every year, regionals by district. That team made it. It's top 32, and for boys side, that's about 26, I want to say, because girls is like 24. Other teams didn't make it. So it's pretty great. Even it's not semis or it's not the finals, but just to be in the playoffs is a true testament to your program every year.
So Mandeville also trending upward, but very quickly just have become gone from an ordinary playoff team to a championship level team. So they're showing it right now. And on the girls' side, when you see District 6, and we've seen a couple of games already. We've seen Dutchtown take on St. Thomas More, and we've seen Santa Maria take on Dominican. And right now, Santa Maria's the only team with a losing record, but they scored the first goal against Dominican, and they had a respectable showing until late in that game. And then Denham Springs is the top team in the district. Dutchtown's got 4 losses, but they're playing the gauntlet schedule as well right now. Live Oak, Walker, East Ascension's getting better, so it's a strong district.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, say it every week in week in, week out. District 6 Division 1 is just a powerhouse in what these teams are doing. And, I want to give kudos to Live Oak and Denham and Walker and things like that. It used to be that it was AP3 that I always call it. Dutchtown, Santa Maria, and EA is always going to be top 3 because it wasn't competition. But just in the last 3 years, what they are putting up and getting the coaches there and getting, their programs ready has been such a phenomenal thing on both the boys and the girls side, with just having people available for the AP3 to play in district.
And you see second half about to begin, and Mandeville will have possession to start the second half. Let's finish up our halftime and transition to the second half by looking at our upcoming games, because there's going to be lots of soccer, boys soccer, girls soccer coming up in the next few weeks, and then we move on to basketball. But if you look at our schedule coming up, you have East Ascension, Dutchtown girls soccer, and then another Dutchtown girls soccer game, this one at the Pit against Santa Maria. All those games will be live streamed on Rev Sports and replayed on Rev Channel 4. So we're ready for the second half, and Carroll will clear it very quickly. He gave up the lone goal on a penalty kick late in the first half by number 10, Kota Henry for Mandeville.
Yeah, and something, I hope for Dutchtown with them playing defense on this side, as a coach, I always look at this. That sun is setting a little bit to where it's going to be in Carroll's eyes. So hopefully Carroll can adjust and put his glove hand up to kind of set that, sunset down to where that doesn't hinder him with trying to stop a ball. And Mandeville, they're in their same formation from the first half. They have 3 people in the back, 3 midfielders, and they're actually carrying more with 4 up front, trying to score for them. So this is going to be exciting second half for Dutchtown's defense, with just trying to hold off Mandeville with finding another goal.
The second half,
so Rondi goes off his foot, so it'll be a throw-in by number 7, Dyer for Mandeville.
Number 19, Obi Rondi.
What happened there? Maybe
number 20, Corbin Roussel.
Yeah, sometimes
problem on the throw-in, and now Dutchtown. So go on.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything when it comes like that. It could be Mandeville saying that it went off on him or anything else. So that's something that center AR has to make sure that he keeps this game clean and things like that. So great job by him by deciphering who gets the ball.
And so now you see number 5, Mathern, center on defense. And the pass trying to get it to Broussard, and it goes wide, so a throw in. Number 3 will handle it for Mandeville, Jackson Raymond. And they'll set up on the left side, and that's Henry. And now trying to get it into the box, and he does. And then a collision between the two Mandeville players. That's a break for Dutchtown right there. And
Yeah,
they both get up.
Yeah, and that was just no communication on either one of them, and that has to be a foul right there just because 40 for Dutchtown, Owen Fletcher was getting to the ball and just was tripped. I mean, you see it right here on this replay. He goes, and then all of a sudden he's on the ground. We call it the little sniper of the turf, but that was, flagrant right there by Mandeville's wing.
So Roussel tried to get it on the cross.
And a beautiful cross.
And, the goalie is able to get it, Minkin, and I believe that was Springer that was trying to get a shot on goal and took the flip. As you see him go right over
Springer for that effort there.
Minkin.
Yeah. And Minkin actually changed the color. I'm not sure if that's still Minkin, though. Does it look like him?
It kind of does.
He had a purple shirt on.
I know. That'd be just because of the opponent wearing purple, which is Dutchtown's colors.
I think it also, too, because of the right there by the goal, it's all purple. Mm-hmm. So you probably couldn't see him when he was down close to the ground. So you, as a goalkeeper, you want to wear a bright color. It's the same thing as, in Spain when the Bulls run, you put
sense.
the red to make them go crazy, things like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've heard that a few times. I've never been. I feel like my mom would kill me if I would go to Spain because I would definitely go run with the Bulls.
You don't need to do that. I could see you doing that, though.
Absolutely. Live on the edge.
Yeah, I'll be just sitting on the side watching.
Yeah,
that's more my speed.
Oh, great job right there with trying to get the ball and try to center it. Right. I mean, Dutchtown, they have to try anything right now to get on the board. So, great job right there by Minkin, if that's who it is, coming out the goal and receiving the ball.
Right, Roussel was there, but he was shielded by Wunderlich, so good job by Wunderlich on defense as well, and it'll go out. I believe that should be a Dutchtown throw-in. No, it's going to be Mandeville. Okay.
Yeah, so already, just in this half, there's, I talked about it earlier, it was 10 minutes before a throw-in. Now you see it's only 4. So you're going to see now the ball be a little bit kind of what I like to say messy off of people's feet because of it's do or die right now in the second half for Dutchtown. And then Mandeville is just trying to keep Dutchtown from not scoring. So they're going to play and have the ball get out of bounds to run the clock off. And have an easy 1-0 victory here today.
So now Dutchtown will set up on their end, and they'll get it back to Carroll.
Carroll needs
little
to quit.
Pressure, though. He kind of almost let it get loose, and there's an empty goal if they can get to it, but they do not. Good defense there by number 3, Thibodeau.
Man, that's having a lot of trust in your defenders, and that's a great job right there.
And now you see Barrow for Dutchtown goes out of bounds with a quick throw in over to Springer, and it goes out from Wunderlich. I believe that's going to be a throw in, though, not a corner.
Yep, a throw in. I mean, already right now this is 14 throw-ins for Dutchtown in this game, so you can tell that they're using the whole field too with this. So hopefully Dutchtown has a huge throw-in right here that can find someone that is in the box. I hope it goes around the PK area because that's where you see all black shirts.
Yep, and that was Roussel trying the header but could not connect and tripped from behind. And that was Zapata who is the victim there and draws the penalty.
And we see right here on this replay just a simple you go, we go, and then, cleats collide. You'll see that a lot in soccer.
That was Fletcher, number 40. And now possession for the Skippers. Oh, nice move there by Henry.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the PK score from first half, and great clearance right there.
Yeah, that was Austin Wilson who cleared it, and that was all he could do right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a simple thing, too, because you don't want number 10 that's already found the back of the net once to find it again on you this early in the second half.
Coda Henry, we've said it a couple of times, he scored the lone goal on the penalty kick. He'll throw it in for the Skippers. And he'll get possession and now draw it back to Raymond. And that's a little wide. It goes out of bounds. So trying to get it to Watkins, and quick throw in for Dutchtown. Trying to get it to Brizard. Push from behind, no whistle. And the header off of number 3. And that may have been a mistake. I believe they may have been trying to get it to the goalie, but Thibodeau hit with the header in the wrong direction will set up a corner.
Yeah, I think it was just also no communication between Carroll and his defender number 4, Austin Wilson. Just be a little bit louder, and then this is gonna not happen for Mandeville to have their first corner of the game right here.
So you see number 10 for the Skippers, Henry. A lot of motion, and now they high kick.
Ball.
Yeah,
yes.
And a header and a whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of hand motion. When you have a set piece that just has people running, you're going to see tripping. You're going to see hands on each other. So great job by the ref right there with calling a foul on the Mandeville Skippers for just kind of pushing people around in the box.
And so you see a good shot from behind Braden Carroll, and trying to get it to Rondi, but it's stolen. Number 14, Rigo. Now Rigo has it, and he's going to try the left side. Cross blocked by Rondi, and that's going to be a corner.
Yep, so already Mandeville has come out of this halftime and second half with it being, 10 minutes in,
Yeah.
So they've already had more, corners than Dutchtown has, already in the second half, with only 10 minutes being played in the second half.
Right, there's a discrepancy between our clock and the scoreboard clock. They started a little late on the scoreboard clock as goes straight to Carroll, and he's going to try to set up quickly for the transition, and it's knocked out of bounds, and Obi will try to throw it in very quickly and get her to Russo over to Fletcher, and now he'll set up. Good defense by Rigo. Actually, that was Laga, excuse me.
They're just not connecting right there. They're all running away from the defender with the ball, and instead of coming check into them and then going all up at once. I wish Dutchtown can just see that to where they have more of a counter.
Trying to get it to midfield, and it's stopped for the Griffins. Got to be real careful out there as he falls in the track area near the long jump.
Yeah, and I thought that was the sand
Yeah.
at first, but nope, he went straight concrete. So I took my voice away for a second, because I'm like, please get up, please get up.
Yeah, I don't think that's quite concrete. It may be a little rubber out there as well. So.
Yeah, got nervous for a second, because that was a great great run and great chance for the Skippers right there.
And now the long pass, and Roussel is there, and you got 3-on-3 right now, and a fourth man coming for Dutchtown. So here's an opportunity. Can he cross it? And it's off of the defender. So good job right there by Wunderlich.
And here we go, Dutchtown continuing to play defense on their offensive possession, and that gives them a chance to be able to continue having an offensive threat. But great job by number 21 for Mandeville right there, Jake Wunderlich.
And now Springer trying to do something, gets it over to Roussel. So possible opportunity, and a nice block again. And now Mandeville will come on the transition, and here they come. And they slow it down a little bit. Number 7, Dyer, trying to get it over to center. And now you see Henry. And now the shot from long distance wide.
Yeah, and a lot of people laugh at that. You know, it is a shot, but it's not put down on record as a shot, because if it's not inside the frame, then it doesn't go down as a complete shot in a game when, you know, you're taking score and things like that. I always love it. You know, some people say, oh, I had 25 shots on goal in a game. Yeah. And I'm like, are you sure you was shooting at the soccer goal? Or, you know.
The words on goal are the key right there. And you see a nice give and go right there, and it's nobody there. And so an offsides call.
Man, Dutchtown got lucky right there because that was a great opportunity. But Dutchtown's defenders played it beautifully and defended Mandeville great right there with having those two players just open, as you see in this replay, that beautiful through ball, and those Mandeville forwards simply just kind of stayed back and forgot about the offside rule. It happens to me all the time too. I forget.
It happens a lot. So here's Carroll. Gets it to midfield, 50-50 ball header by Smith. And controlled by the Skippers. See the header, and Dutchtown back on defense. That's Davis.
Oh.
And there's a little pressure.
Yeah.
You always hold your breath when the goalie gets out that far.
Yeah, I mean, just today, I've just seen a difference in Dutchtown right now. Just their first touch is killing them because it's not setting them up positively to go and continue on. And so you're going to hear me go, because I'm like, man, I'm so used to them having those perfect, one touches to each other. But great job by Dutchtown for staying yet again close-knit on defense and not allowing Mandeville to have those free open runs and open people.
This is Carroll's first full-time season as Dutchtown's goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
He did see some action last season, but
the true starter.
He's still getting his experience down right now. I
mean, that's amazing to have, your first, true year and only allowing 5 goals against teams as Jesuit, as North Shore, as, St. Paul's, things like that. So that's pretty great for someone. And here's Dutchtown with a great opportunity and sails over.
Nice shot.
Man, I know right there he's going to want that back. And hopefully this replay can kind of show us too if it's shown. Exactly right here, Corbin, great job by just staying front and having that defender kind of go left to right, giving him an opportunity to shoot around him.
And in the 22-23 season, Corbin Russo was the field goal kicker for Dutchtown. He just went through the uprights.
Yeah.
Right there.
As we can see, he has a great aim for those uprights.
And so it goes out, and I believe that's going to be Mandeville with the throw-in.
Yep.
You see number 2 right there.
And it's also going to give chance for Mandeville to make a sub. Up top, number 14 is going to be leaving the game, Bishop Regard. And number 23 is coming into the game, and that's Aiden Main. Hopefully they have the right jerseys on.
Absolutely. Right, we did get one ID on one. That was a new one for Dutchtown. Number 40 is Owen Fletcher. It's 1-0 Mandeville, 16 minutes into the second half. And pass downfield blocked, and Mandeville gets possession. But Broussard fighting for it, gets it. And now Roussel.
Good job, Roussel, with just shielding the ball and going through. Great job right there. And that's going to give Dutchtown an opportunity for a throw-in, even with the 18-yard box. Hopefully they can get a big throw on this one, or maybe just a simple play like what they just did. That's a great job right there. And then just had to get the cross up. You've
seen a lot of opportunities on that right side by Roussel, just blocked by Mandeville. And they're doing an outstanding job just getting in the way of everything so far. That's all you got to do when you're playing defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's also a simple thing, but then it's also a hard thing because there's so many defenders that do get out of position to where if you go, if 3 defenders go to the ball, you have the middle wide open, and it's just a simple pass that they have to get to it. But Dutchtown's also doing a great job with exploiting their defense right now with, 20 minutes into this game. So it's great opportunities for Dutchtown. They just need to capitalize it and find the back of the net.
And trying to get the header and the ball inside and a bicycle kick.
Yeah. I'm not sure his leg. We saw a leg and then the ball, so we couldn't see up here in the press box exactly what was going on. But great throw in, great job for Dutchtown Griffs to get, a body part on it and at least try for the goal.
So Minkin with the save, and now Dutchtown with an opportunity here again with Fletcher, and a nice slide, and gets up and gets it center, and here's an opportunity for the Griffins. Waiting, goes right to Brizard. Barrow gave it up, and now they'll set up again. And now you see Davis on the right.
And Roussel back on the opposite side. Can't really see him too well over there, but
and
yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So you're going to see that called right there, and it's going to be possession for the Skippers.
Yeah, already right here on this on this instant replay, we see Roussel with it, then he loses it, and then he just tangles up with that Mandeville skipper on that outside wide.
And now long pass, and Mandeville putting some pressure, but good job by the defense for the Griffins. And now here they go on the transition.
Great job. Find someone open.
And now trying to go to right side, and there's a man there.
Preston Springer with the ball.
And now Springer sets up. And good defense. And Arondi tries to go inside, nobody there. And again, just too many defenders in the way for Mandeville.
Arondi with speed, just coming back, to help play defense.
And Zapata.
Great job right there.
Zapata with the pressure, and a throw in for Mandeville. Still 1-0. Our only goal comes late in the first half on a penalty kick by Coda Henry. That's where we stand right now, and now making the decision who's going to handle the throw in for the Skippers, and they've settled on number 16, which is Bollinger. So he'll throw it into the box, and a header, and
nothing. Yeah, whistle foul right there with that Dutchtown Griffin trying to head it, and he was pushed in from behind. Kind of dangerous play. You go up for a header. You see it right here on this replay. You go up for a header, and then you're being pushed from the back.
Right.
That can, break a neck, hurt a neck, and then make it to where a player can't, land on their feet properly back down. So great call by the center ref.
And that was Josh Thibodeau who drew the whistle. And there's a steal by Smith, and now here comes Brizard, and the goalie stepping up.
Yeah, great job right there by Minkin. Just, allowing the ball to bounce to get to him and not, going up too much to where it bounces off of you with Dutchtown forward right there, easily ready.
And now the quick throw in, and there's a man downfield, and he's got it near the box. And now tries to get a shot, but it's blocked by Thibodeau.
It's a great opportunity.
So now here you go, and so 2-on-2, and Roussel's got it, and he's got a shot, and it's off the goalie.
Oh, beautiful shot right there by Roussel. Just simple, just took it on with his right. Great ball in by number 7 for Dutchtown, and Roussel on a simple just play, click, kick. Beautiful job right there, and great job by Minkin for securing that ball in the goalkeeping position.
And this is why you play these good teams, because when you play some of the weaker teams, that might be a goal, and the goalie might be in the wrong position, but you got to get a little practice and experience right there, and that's what happened when you play a team like Mandeville.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so now the throw-in coming. That's Raymond, and now it goes all the way to Carroll. 1-0, Mandeville with the lead. Dutchtown has less than one half to get the equalizer. Now setting up with Smith.
Yeah, and they're giving themselves great opportunity. There's just, like I said earlier, need to capitalize with that. Mandeville is just coming in front of them and receiving the ball. You don't always have to run away from the ball in soccer. Help your player out that's trying to pass it to you, and then you can do 1-2s around the defense. Don't just run away and hope for, a big through ball to go through.
So the quick throw in and the header, and Arandi's got it from about 20 out, and it just goes wide. But that was a good opportunity for him, and just missed. Dutchtown, as we say, it's about 17 minutes left to go here in the second half. Don't have a lot of stoppage time thus far, but they're not going to panic. This team has scored late goals to tie and win games. The most memorable one was 2 years ago in the state semifinals against St. Paul's when they were trailing 2-0 in the last 5 minutes and scored one in the last 5 minutes, got the second one in stoppage time, and wound up winning that game in overtime. So they're not ever going to push the panic button.
No, absolutely not. And that's just something from a team building a program, having those big moments in almost every game that you play every year sets you up for that. The game's not over until the last whistle is blown, and that's something that is very creditable for Dutchtown for always, sticking in the game, staying in it. And just kudos to Coach Marcus Dyer and Mandeville's coach, Stefan Tassin, for being so cooperative with us at REV, with giving, all of the information to us, their rosters, their starting lineups. Maybe we can have a little better eyesight that can help us out with the roster, with seeing who's on the field at what time. But thank you to both coaches that are down there today for helping us out, and Stefan Tassin for helping us with Mandeville stuff.
So but Mandeville, you just can't say enough about the team, and their coach Erker, who this team looks like a veteran team, and this is his second year, and you wonder, well, first year he got to the semis, was that a fluke, or was it just a heavy roster or something like that? But these guys are very disciplined, and they're very. They're very well coached team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just to see in your first year, you get respect from your players. With having bringing them to semifinals, and Dutchtown actually has a free kick right here from a foul that just happened, and beautiful set piece with finding that open man, and let's see if they can counter. And no one was there, but great job right there for finding and exploiting that side with no Mandeville defender on there. And
if Dutchtown's going to get a goal, most likely, more often than not, it's on those set pieces. So this is what you're going to have to look for if you get a late whistle or you get a corner kick.
Yeah,
in
and
the
it
last
looks
few
like
minutes.
another. Oh nope, excuse me. A throw in happening on the far side. So Dutchtown is continuing to be a contender, on their goal side. So they just got to find something that can get that ball hitting the back of the net.
Josh Thibodeau with the ball.
So now they'll get it back to Carroll. Pass from Preston Springer. And goes to Arandi. Left side, got Springer there with him. Tries to go downfield to Russo, though. And then Springer tripped. No whistle. The Mandeville defender definitely going for the ball right there, though.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. And it's true, too, because he was already sliding with the ball when that happened. But we got so many people going down right now just because of it's Dutchtown is getting faster, getting more aggressive, and then Mandeville is just trying to stay on, as we can see on this replay. Just ran over a person and
Right.
somebody stepped on, number I think that's the goal scorer, right?
It is.
Number 10,
That's
yeah.
Coda Henry. And now this is where you got to be concerned if you're Mandeville. Michael Mathern from 50 yards out right now.
Yeah.
Heavy in the box. You got one man on the left wing, Thibodeau.
Michael Mathern lining up for the kick.
But I don't think that they're prepared for that option this time. And now they go all the way to the goalie, and it's on the ground, and it's off the crossbar, but I believe a whistle had blown already.
A whistle has blown because of the fact that the goalkeeper actually had his hands.
Yeah.
His hands on the
I think he had
his hands on the ball, and then somebody else hit it out, so that makes it to where it's goalkeeper has possession, and you can't just deliberately hit it out the goalkeeper.
I think there was no doubt that he was the first person that touched the ball and had possession. And so now approaching the final 10 minutes of this match between Mandeville and Dutchtown. It's been a great one, and Dutchtown looking for an equalizer, and little pass goes wide, but Arandi has it and now they're from about 25 yards out. Roussel, Arandi trailing him, and he tries a shot right to the goalie.
Oh, beautiful job. I mean, Roussel is just ripping them right now with his right foot. Such a great opportunity for Dutchtown, and Minkin just following his gut instinct and going to the ground and keeping that ball low. Great job right there by that skipper.
And you had the Griffin Springer that was between the goal, the shot and the ball, kind of blocking the view of the goalkeeper, but that just made it even more impressive that Minkin was able to come up with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just something to know that this is not even a district game. This is just a Division I game.
Yeah.
So to already see how exciting this game is with it, not being a district game, just kind of gets me excited for next week when the girls and the boys kind of truly start their district play with, having a Rev game in the week next Tuesday with Dutchtown versus EA, and then next Thursday, Dutchtown versus Santa Maria girls is getting me really excited about how district play is going to be for this district, with already seeing Dutchtown how they are with Mandeville this week.
So now you got Roussel, the sniper, going down there, and it's slide from behind and a whistle.
Nope, nothing. It's going to be a corner. Okay. That was actually a great defensive play, because not only, as we can see on this replay, he had all ball because he did not go from the backside. He was on the side with Roussel and got the ball. But from up here, definitely looked. But after watching that replay,
it looked like he stumbled on the ball after it was blocked. So that was why he hit the floor.
Yep, here's a great opportunity with a set piece for Dutchtown, and this is actually their fourth corner of the game, so they have to find something to get this equalizer.
And this is Brizard. And low, and the header goes out, and that's going to be a corner. I wasn't sure if that went off a Roussel or a skipper.
Yeah.
So now they'll set up again. See Arandi at the goal in front of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's trying to also get in the way of the goalkeeper to where he can't see where the ball's going, so you always want to put a tall person in front of the goalkeeper. I always laugh because, every year in the girls, it's not as many tall people, so you just try to put, your most explosive person on a goalkeeper.
So Dutchtown will get the throw in as it's ruled off of a Mandeville defender. So here comes the long throw in, and the header missed by Barrow, and now up in the air. And Mandeville trying to do something, but now they're setting up again on the right side. Dutchtown, nice move, but good defense again.
Griffins throwing.
So number 14, Rigaud.
Yep, and this is Dutchtown's 13th throw-in of this game, and it's actually their 6th throw-in of this half, so the ball has been out of bounds more in this half with, Mandeville trying to waste time.
And Trying to keep it in bounds.
And does
they
not.
do not. Oh, boy.
Just a little miss right there for Dutchtown, but hopefully Mandeville can receive this ball, and we just heard a little whistle because the center AR said, hey, I'm stopping the clock because it's taking them forever to get the ball. So definitely maybe 30, 40 seconds at it for this, and we'll see him start his clock once it replays on the field.
So Minkin sets up. And the steal. And now more pressure. And it goes out, and it's going to be another goal kick.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that we talk about, like what's fun watching these games and getting ready for district and having these great out-of-district matchups is the fact that this would come as no surprise to either of us or anybody who knows a lot about soccer that these two teams, this may not be the last time these two teams play this season.
Yeah.
Because these are two teams that look like they're going to make deep runs into the postseason.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's something that I've always said as a coach, too. Man, that was so
very close.
Yes,
but it went off the
always said as a coach, you want to play Division I teams during the season because it shows you where you need to be, but then also gives you a great representation of, okay, if we have to play them again, we can do something with this,
right.
you know, and also show the girls or the guys how it is.
And Arandi with the right corner. Russo tried to swing around but could not.
And a goal kick.
And so gonna burn a couple more minutes off the clock here, and now Dutchtown still not in panic mode, but it's getting a little late now against a good team, so who knows.
And you'll see a lot more offensive stance. I see a lot more Dutchtown staying on the offense right now, which that's a great call by Coach Dyer in them, just because you have nothing to lose now. You know, I mean, you're already losing. Let's get numbers up. But this is also a testament of how much this Dutchtown Griffins are going to want it, because this is preparing them for the rest of the season in 2024. So if they can really just find something.
And that's going to be a foul called against Brizard, number 18, and you know, trying to get to the ball, but got some body in there as well. I saw a little push. And now Dutchtown with possession. Smith trying to get it down. And here's Springer. But good defense by Mandeville again.
10 is just on fire for Mandeville today, both offensively and defensively. So
he's the player of the game so
yeah,
far
absolutely.
Today.
Yes.
And now trying to get it downfield for one last push as they're trying to get it to Dyer, and it's going to go out and Dutchtown throw in for Arandi. And it's going to go out and another throw in. Fletcher. No, Arandi. So now we're inside of 5.
Yeah, you definitely want your defenders throwing in the ball right now to get all your offensive players up, up the field. So definitely be seeing some of that time, and that was just a up in the air kind of call.
Yeah, Fletcher came from behind though, and got a little bit of body on Zapata.
No, just a love tap. Nothing like seriously could fight about.
Bit. No.
But yeah, you'll see Mandeville just kind of wasting time right now. They're going to take forever on this free kick.
This is Wunderlich. And they're going to go all the way left. Taking their time. Trying to draw a foul. No whistle, but there's a nice through ball. And here's an opportunity for Mandeville off the post.
Man.
And out to Dutchtown, and that would have been the insurance goal right there from Sean Dwyer.
That would have been it.
And now pressure from behind, no whistle. They play on. This is Fletcher, and a push, no whistle.
And now a late whistle. Yes. Yeah, that ref did a great job right there, because of the fact that, like, if Dutchtown would have had possession, got possession from this foul that we're seeing right here, I would be upset as a coach that you made it stop when we got the possession from it. So, I mean, great job by the AR for, not pulling the trigger with the whistle just yet and letting the game kind of play.
Now, we're not quite sure about the official time on the clock because our clock is ahead of the scoreboard clock because theirs started late as the penalty kick will go all the way through to a goal kick. So the clock has about 55 more seconds than our clock does that you see on the screen right there. But it doesn't matter anyway because you're going to get stoppage time. But we are probably about 3 minutes away from getting to the end of this match.
Yeah, and he stopped the clock again for the goalkeeper to run all the way to the end of the track to get the ball.
And you know he's going to voluntarily do that. A lot of times I'll just say, let the ball boy get that. As here's another opportunity. Carroll, here's an open net, and the shot is wide.
Yeah, but we're definitely going to hear a lot of the Mandeville parents right now scream because of how Carroll was all the way out and he tried to stop the ball with his hand outside of the 18-yard box. The goalkeeper can only use their hands inside the 18-yard box, so now Mandeville is going to have a corner from that. But, man, missed opportunity for Mandeville with having the goal open. But great job for Carroll because he actually stopped that play from happening.
And the clock is just melting away, though.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
That's another thing that Mandeville has to their advantage right here. And there's a nice corner, a little low, and it goes out. So we're inside of 2 minutes on both clocks. So we're probably about 2.5 minutes away from the final whistle.
Yeah, and the ref has actually blew his whistle twice because Mandeville is subbing, but it's less than 2 minutes. You're not supposed to sub, so he stopped the clock yet again.
Okay, so we may even have a little bit of extra time here.
Yeah.
In the stoppage time, but Mandeville is just trying to stall a little bit, and that's what you do.
And another corner right here. You go straight to the corner and try to make their Dutchtown's defense kick it out, and that's exactly what they did. So already, just in this half, Mandeville has had their 4 corners. They didn't have any in the first half. Now it's just kind of showing more of Mandeville in this half. And it's up, and a header, and a foul's going to be called because of what number, what was it, 14 or something for Mandeville that jumped up and tried to hit the ball? Yes, Rigo, having his hands on the back of a Dutchtown defender. You can't, that's just a, unsportsmanlike play.
Yeah.
And kind of, dangerous.
And now Dutchtown has to get the ball on the other side of the field, and they cannot. And now here's another opportunity for this. Nice move, nice fake. And now goes left, open man there. And
offsides. Yes. Great job by Dutchtown defense for staying up.
Offsides.
And now you may be in panic mode.
Yes, absolutely. You're in panic mode with 3 minutes left just because anything can happen.
So they have not had many opportunities since those 2 corner kicks. And now just waiting for that ball to get to them.
Yeah, he stopped the clock yet again.
So.
And I'm going to be looking at him the whole time because normally he, the center ref will put if there's 2 minutes left or a minute left.
This could be maybe the last possession for Dutchtown as it gets through, but nobody there to retrieve it for the Griffins, and it's going to be a throw-in to Dutchtown. As we're in stoppage time, Dutchtown needs a goal to get a tie.
It's
here.
Actually a foul.
Okay, so it is a
foul. So it's a great opportunity right here if he can just get the ball up in the air and kind of back post of the 6-yard box.
This would be the most Dutchtown goal ever if it happens, and it's in the box, and a header missed by number 11 Springer, and that would have been the equalizer right there. As I said, this is how Dutchtown scores their goals on set pieces late in games.
And that was a beautiful ball played in. You just, you got to give your teammates an opportunity, and that was a great positional ball from that that foul that
Yes.
happened right in front of Dutchtown's bench.
And so now the kick, 50-50 to midfield, and Mandeville trying to get possession, and they do. Nearly stolen by Springer, and he gets it over to the Mandeville side, and there's a man downfield and another one, and it's going to go out and a throw in. So, again.
And this is all happening with maybe a minute.
Yeah.
This is, yes, the most Dutchtown thing ever.
Yes, it would be if they can score a goal and tie it right here, because they love to score late. And the header, no, and it's cleared, and this got to be close to the end here. Possession.
I mean, I've seen a center AR put 6 minutes added onto a game before.
Oh boy, one-on-one, and the goalie is able to
Carol, nice
save it.
job.
Now long pass, and it's a whistle
And a foul.
and it's going to be
Griffin's free kick.
a Griffin kick.
Stopping the clock right here to assess with the number 7 for Mandeville. That's going to be Sean Dyer, which he was a big part of Mandeville's defense tonight. So just the game kind of getting to him. It's getting up a little fast pace, probably with the last minute and a half, 2 minutes.
And now you see a substitution coming in for the Griffins. I believe that's Wilson. Arandi with the penalty kick coming. He's about 35 yards from the goal, about 33 to be exact. And it goes in, low ball, blocked. And here's an opportunity for Thibodeau, trying to get it back in, and it's blocked by Thibodeau again, trying to keep it in the danger zone, but it's cleared by Mandeville all the way down, and that's probably going to be offsides.
Absolutely.
So
that's how we feel too, sir.
It's been a minute. That's what we're hearing from the stands. But the only thing is, it's not necessarily a minute.
Yeah.
Did you see any signal from the?
Nope. Just besides that, there's just been too many opportunities for Dutchtown in this last longest minute of anybody's life, and there it is, the final whistle.
And Dutchtown cannot say they didn't have their opportunities at the end, because they definitely did. But Mandeville comes through with the victory on an exciting game here, and the lone goal scored in the first half off a penalty kick by Coda Henry, and that makes our final score 1-0.
I mean, it's just a great overall performance by both teams. I know Dutchtown is going to want this game back just because of the ample opportunities that they did have, but it's such a game for growth, and the fact that this is their first game of 2024 against number 9 in the state, Mandeville, with Dutchtown, I'm pretty sure, being number 6, I want to say, Mandeville being 6 and Dutchtown being 9 is such an example of how Division I soccer is truly competitive in every aspect.
Absolutely, and it was a great game today, and it's a great way to start our 2024 season. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for Rev one more time. We're going to get into girls soccer in the upcoming weeks, as we're going to get back to boys soccer soon. But first, we're going to have a week of girls soccer. East Ascension at Dutchtown at Sanamaw, and that's going to be a Tuesday-Thursday matchup next week. And Jolie and I will be here to bring you all that action. It's on Rev Sports 1 on YouTube and replayed all week on Rev Channel 4. Dutchtown games coming up this month and beyond. EA at Dutchtown on the 9th, Dutchtown Sanamaw on the 11th. We told you about those. Then the next week, Dutchtown will host Sanamaw on boys soccer, which is going to be a big showdown.
Love it.
And then on February 1st, Sanamaw, Dutchtown girls basketball, Dutchtown and EA girls basketball. And so that's going to mostly do it for our broadcast. I want to thank everybody out there. I want to thank all of our camera operators for the great shots out there, as just do an outstanding job as always, and our director here in the booth, Andre Japoy. and Lyle Boudreaux back home in the producer spot. And a big thank you to the 2 coaches, Kurt Ertker for Mandeville and Coach Dyer, Marcus Dyer for Dutchtown, for providing us with all of the stats, all of the rosters, and all the information for today's broadcast. So we'd like to thank everybody. And, of course, thank you, Jolie, and we'll see you next week. So that'll do it for our broadcast here tonight. I'm Jeff Porsche. You've been watching the Rev Game of the Week.